welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a smoky eyeliner tutorial. I've taken my inspiration from Bryn from TikTok. Some of you may know who she is, but she's very good at doing the smoky eyeliner and it just looks amazing. So we're going to kind of follow what she does but with our own little twist. So let's get into it. I need tape. Let me find the tape. I have my tape. So we're going to start with eyes and we're going to use the P. Louise base. We kind of want to carve our eyebrows out a little bit at the same time, so let's attempt to do that. I think she brings it up a little bit here as well. I'm going to use this flat brush with just a little bit more of the base on it, and I'm going to attempt to carve my eyebrows. My eyebrows need plucking, so they're probably not the best eyebrows to carve out. So we're going to give it a go. That's not too bad. I can't remember if she does her eyebrows first. I feel like she probably does and then carves them out, but I like to do things awkwardly here. And then on the top as well. This just helps to get the shapes that you want for your eyebrows, and then you can just follow that shape when it comes to actually doing them. Eyebrows are carved, so we're going to go in with this Revolution Nude on Nude palette. I've used this palette before on my channel, one of my favourite ones. I'm going to use this shade here, and this is going to be our transition colour. So with a big fluffy eyeshadow brush, we're going to run that along our crease. We want to focus that more on the outer corner and leave a little bit of lid in the corner. I finally got a tripod as well, so hopefully my angles and everything will actually be a lot better now. It was terrible before, but it should be a bit more consistent now. Enjoy that. Okay, so I missed a step. I missed the tape. So we want to put the tape just about here. So hard to see. And this is just going to help give us a nice sharp line. Okay, so now that we've got the tape on, we're going to go in with eyeliner. This is the Control Freak eyeliner from MUA. We're just going to bring that eyeliner out and do something kind of like that. It's going to be a little bit messy because it's not just going to stay like this. Okay, so then we're going to go in with a smaller brush like this, and I'm going to use that dark shade there, and we're just going to pack that on where we've popped that eyeliner. I'm just patting it on really, that way you can be a bit more precise with where you want it. And then I'm just going to gently smoke out the edges. And then with this slightly smaller fluffy brush, I'm gonna dip that into that dark eyeshadow very gently. Make sure you tap off the excess, and we're just gonna blend where we've been putting that eyeshadow and slightly up into the crease. And then back in with that original fluffy brush that we started with, and I'm just gonna blend it all. We just want to make sure that we don't have any harsh lines up here. Okay, so now we're done with that, we're gonna go on to glitter, and we're gonna use this one from the same palette. It's such a pretty colour, it's such a nice, I don't know if you can see that very well, it's almost pinky purpley but silvery at the same time, and we're just gonna pop that on that lighter bit of lid. I just love that glitter so much, it's so pretty. And then we're just gonna go back in with that small fluffy brush and just lightly blend those edges. Little tea break. Okay, now comes the satisfying part. Your skin looks weird, so ignore that. We're gonna peel off the tape. As you can see, we have a nice sharp eyeshadow eyeliner thing going on there. So now that we've done that, we're going to move on to eyebrows. I'm just going to brush through them. I don't often do an awful lot to my eyebrows, but I am going to fill them in today, just lightly, focusing more on the tail of your brow and leaving this part a little bit more untouched. And then I'm just going to brush through them again, make sure it's all blended out nicely. And as you can see, doing that, it just leaves it looking a little bit more natural at the front, And then I'm going to go back over them with, oh, I didn't tell you what that was, I do apologise. This is the Primark brow pencil, but we're going to use the e.l.f. Wow Brow Tinted Gel. And we're just going to go over that slightly, because this will help keep them in place as well. Very lightly on the front again. Okay, so on to base. We're going to use my favourite combo. This is my go-to at the moment. It's the Super Drug Vitamin E Intense Moisture Cream and the Primark Prep and Perfect Primer. They're both really moisturising and make your skin look really glowy as well, so it's a good base for foundation. I always get paranoid when I'm home alone. The slightest noise, I'm like, what's that? Who is it? Even though there's like 5 cats in this house, so most likely it's one of them. I have a chin hair that likes to make an appearance every sort of 3 to 5 weeks, and it's currently starting to come through slightly, but now that I've put moisturiser and primer on, I'm not going to be able to get it in with the tweezers, so that's going to have to wait, which is very annoying because I keep forgetting about it and then I feel it and I'm like, I need to get that. I saw a post that said every woman has a chin hair that they struggle to get rid of that you don't know anything about, and I feel like that's very accurate. This is the Rimmel Match Perfection foundation and it's in the shade Fair Ivory. One of my absolute favourite foundations. Yeah, it's one of the cats. I think they want to go out. I might have to go and let them out because they're scratching at the door. What do you want? You want to go out? Well, he didn't want to go out. I think he's just having a funny five. Scratching at my door is just a bit rude while I'm filming. When I apply my foundation, I always try not to go up too far under my eyes because I always put concealer on. It's always good to not have too much product under your eyes because that's when you can get buildup and it's more likely to go a bit cakey or crack and look wrinkly. So the less product under your eyes, the better. Onto contour, we're going to use the Primark Cream Contour. And this is in the shade light to medium. I'm gonna pop a little bit there as well. Try and hide a little bit of that double chin. And then we're just gonna use this brush to blend it all out. This is from Morphe. I really like this contour because it blends out really nicely. I mean, you saw that. That was in real time, how quickly that blended out. And it looks really nice if you're into more subtle, don't like your contour to be sort of too intense, especially if you're a bit more pale like me, then I tend to not like it to be too intense because it can just look a little bit not quite right on a pale person. Especially if you're looking for more budget friendly options, then that one is definitely a good option. Nose contour is a bit of a I don't really know what I'm doing with it kind of thing. But again, this Primark contour is good for that because it does blend out so nicely that you don't need to worry too much. I almost forgot to do concealer there. So I'm going to use the Rimmel Multitasker under my eyes. This is in the shade Light Porcelain, I think. Just porcelain. But it is quite a lot lighter, so I'm just going to pop that under my eyes. And then with the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer, I'm going to pop that everywhere else. And you want to pop a little bit under that eyeliner, and then we can carve that out a little bit more so it's even more snatched, and then cover up any blemishes on my chin. I'm just gonna let that sit for a second, enjoy my tea. This is the Alton Towers Smiler mug. Me and my boyfriend went to Alton Towers back in November and it was so good. We want to go to Thorpe Park next. I went when I was about 12, 13, but I've not been to Thorpe Park since then, so we're like desperate to go. So I'm gonna blend this concealer out. I'm trying to look at the camera as much as I can, but I'm like also looking down into the mirror so I can see what I'm doing. But I swear I'm trying to make eye contact. Eye contact is a good conversation skill. I don't know what I'm talking about. Right, under eyes. Where's my other little brush? I've got a smaller one to this, but I've not seen it in a while. And I don't know if I'm just being completely blind to it or if it's disappeared somewhere. Well, I'm going to use this one and I'm just going to blend it out as best as I can. Oh no, what's that? Bit of fluff. So we're going to let that sit for a second we want as much coverage as we can underneath. I would usually then go in with a beauty blender, like a sponge, but all of mine are really dirty, so I'm going to use this concealer brush because it's a bit more fluffy. This one's obviously a lot more dense, so I'm going to go in with this one, and I'm just gonna blend out the edges, but we're going to keep that coverage underneath. See what I mean? That's the difference between that, is looks much better. Makeup is a lot of tapping onto your skin rather than dragging the brush. I just realised my calendar is still on January and it's the 12th of February, so I'm going to change that. For blush and highlight, we're going to use the Rare Beauty ones. This is the Rare Beauty blush in the shade Hope, and this is the liquid luminizer in the shade Mesmerise. So I'll pop a little bit on the back of this lid, and I'm going to mix the two together to create a nice glowy blush. So I'm going to mix them together, and then I'm going to pop that on my cheeks. This has got to be my favourite blush. I absolutely love it. It's just so nice. It's very pigmented though, so you kind of got to go steady because you could very easily overdo it. But then, is there such a thing as too much blush? Because we do love a bit of blush. Except when it's not blended properly and I look like this and I look severely sunburnt. I'm actually going to go back in with that concealer brush and I'm going to go over those edges again, because we want everything to be nicely blended and blurred together. If I can get this one piece of hair out of my way. And we're just gonna tap. Tap, tap, tap. Onto powder, we're gonna use the Revolution Translucent Baking Powder, and with a powder puff, this is from Trigwell Cosmetics. You always wanna make sure you tap off any excess, otherwise you can overdo the product under your eyes, which isn't always a good look. Me and my boyfriend are going to see one of our favourite bands in a couple of weeks, and we're so excited. I just can't stop listening to them, and I've just constantly got them stuck in my head. But we're going up to Manchester, and I've never been to Manchester before. There was a couple of other dates available, like closer to us, but neither of us have been up to Manchester, so we thought we'd take that opportunity to just go and explore. So we're gonna stay over. If anyone has any recommendations for any nice places to eat in Manchester or anything fun to do, then let me know. I've just gone in with that light brown shade that we used at the beginning, and I'm just running that along my lower lash line and connecting it up to that eyeliner. Mascara is the Rimmel Extra Super Lash. I really need a new one. And then I'm going to use the MUA Colour Intense. I always want to call it Colour Intense. It's Intense Colour. Intense Colour Lip Liner from MUA, and this is the shade Obsession. And then I saw this little trick on TikTok the other day. I haven't tried it yet. Apparently using the other end of your lip liner to smudge it out so that it's got a nice smooth edge. You know what, that actually works really well comparing to the top. Let's do the top. Let's see what it looks like at the top. You know what, I actually really like that trick, and I will be using that again. I fancy doing a red lip today, so we're using the Maybelline red lipstick. This is in the shade 547 Pleasure Me Red. It looks like this. That's such a nice combo. I really like the darker edge with the red lipstick. I think it looks really pretty. And then to finish it all off, we're going to use the e.l.f. Power Grip Dewy Setting Spray. I need to restock on this because it's getting very low. I think I need a trip to Superdrug and just like restock on everything because I'm getting low on a few things. Maybe I'll do a little haul video for you guys and show you what I get. And that is the finished look. What do you think? This has got to be one of my favourite makeup looks. I think it's so pretty. It's glam, it's elegant, it looks so pretty, and I feel like it's one of those that would suit most people. So if you give it a go, let me know in the comments how you get on. And thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos in the future. Comment below any video recommendations that you have, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye!